What's up, people? I'm Shaggy, the opinionated hippie, and today I'm just going to listen to, probably when I'm done, my top 10 favorite electric light orchestra songs, ELO. A couple things I realized in putting this list together. Really hard list. There's a couple dozen other songs that should be on this list, but choices had to be made. Also, like, I said in my album video that I wasn't that big of a fan of electric light orchestra. I take that back. I have completely reevaluated my position on Jeff Lynne and ELO, and I will come to his defense in any argument and any discussion as one of the most genius pop songwriters in all of history. Like, the 10 songs on this list, plus like 20, 30 more, have like 3, 4, sometimes 5 melodic hooks that, like, other bands wish they could drop 1 or 2 of those on an album. He's dropping 4 or 5 of them in a song. Like, it is ridiculous. And I think at his peak, which for my taste, these 10 songs are him at his peak, the orchestra and the rock are melded perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to talk through my 10. I'll put the list up on the screen when I'm done if you want to look at them visually. And that's it. Then you tell me your 10. I imagine people might have lists that are completely different from this, and I will support that, because Jeff Lynne is a genius, and I take back anything I said that didn't go all that way. Man's brilliant. Number 10, off El Dorado, Laredo Tornado. Probably the one song on here that's maybe different than every other song. There's one other song on here that kind of fits this role that I think is more of an atmospheric set piece. Heavy guitar intro, kind of psych leaning. Jeff Lynne's vocal performance on this is all over the map. He even throws a little Roy Orbison type like energy in there. It definitely has a mood, has a darkness to it, has a little bit of just like edge. Definitely not the sort of pop melodic candy that the rest of these songs are. But it still has a lot of hooks, and Lynne's performance is fantastic. And I do think it's kind of like almost the heartbeat of that album, coming out of the over-the-top pop chaos of Boy Blue into the sort of 50s streamlined rock of Poor Boy, just right between those. Such a brilliant song. Number 10. Number 9, off Disco Very, Last Train to London. 3 things this song has going for it. A bass riff that sounds like 12 other disco smash hits, but yet sounds like its own disco smash hit. And 2 incredible melodic hooks. One is when he first says Last Train to London. Love that. Last Train to London. Oh, when he gets in there and like we're at this disco vibe, and then we get that Last Train to London. It's like, Last Train to London. We kind of dip for a little while. And then right after that, he drops this like falsetto where he's like, I really wish tonight would last forever. And it's just like, oh, it is such a dance floor disco, just such a hook, such a groove. And Lynne delivers it with utter perfection. Oh, great little song. Number 8, off the same album, Disco Very, Discovery, Shine a Little Love, the opening, which again, he learned how to open albums. Lots of like orchestral flourish, then drop a melodic hook, then drop into a verse that is ridiculously catchy. It is the verses on this that just get me. Like, I'm in it, but as soon as we hit that first verse and we're off on like sort of disco express lane, yeah, I'm all in. One thing like this song and even Last Train to London and pretty much everything else on this list, I had a kid in my class, a girl who was from another country, and she went away she went away for her birthday to this other country to visit the country. She sent the class pictures of her birthday cake, and her birthday cake was like a stack of 4 or 5 pancakes that had like, I don't think they were chocolate chips. It was like confetti. There was like, you know, sprinkles. So it was a very colorful rainbow pancakes. Top of the pancake was a giant donut. There was whipped cream in the hole of the donut. There was a waffle cone in the whipped cream in the hole on the donut. There was several scoops of ice cream in the waffle cone. Then there was whipped cream. Then there was a cherry on top with sprinkles. Like, this wasn't what she was eating by herself. Like, everybody apparently like dove in and ate part of it. But that's what an ELO song is like. You got your pancake base and it's delicious. Then we're going to throw in a donut and some whipped cream and some sprinkles and a cherry, maybe some chocolate syrup. So many melodic hooks. Shine a Little Love, another perfect example. Number 7, we got a run of 5 songs here off the same album, off a New World Record. We got Living Thing, awesome little Spanish, little mystery Spanish flavor to begin with. Then we go into that awesome hook, awesome chorus, awesome lyrics, awesome use of orchestra, awesome use of dynamics, just layered with things that you want to like sink your teeth into. Living Thing. Number 6, I wasn't going to put this on the list. In fact, I did not have this on the list the first couple of times, and I kept going back to it and going, man, I don't want to put it on the list because it seems like it's an easy thing. And the song is Do Ya. Dun, 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 dun. Really simple, direct rock riff, right? Drums come in, you get that heavy beat, you're kicking off. But then every time I listen to the song, as the song progresses on, not only do you get like the orchestra comes in and you get these other little like flourishes, you get in the middle of what is one of their hardest rocking songs. This 30-second little orchestral interlude in which the strings are really heavy, you don't really have a lot of guitar, that might be one of the most beautiful 30-second passages of music Jeff Lynne has ever written. And it's right in the heart of Do Ya, which coming where it does is the penultimate song on a New World Record, where you have all these just like candy, sugar-filled pop masterpieces, and then like right towards then, all of a sudden we're going to rock out. Sequencing is beautiful. Like I think most other bands, this would have been the opening song. Having it the penultimate song, brilliant choice. But you get this utterly beautiful piece of music in the middle of it, and then we go right back into that dun, 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 and then we rock out. And then the last 30 seconds of the song, the guitars all rock out. We're back to just the orchestra bringing us in for this nice landing. It is so dynamic. There is so much going on in this song that I always kind of reduce it to just like, oh, it's the rocker. Dun, do you want my love? But then it's just like, no, there is so much going on. And again, melodic hooks galore, but just the way it is structured and sort of the interlude in the middle, the orchestral ending, like compositionally, just another masterpiece. Number 6, Do Ya. Number 5, Telephone Line. Again, it breaks my heart that people who aren't familiar with the age when the only way you could get a hold of somebody was on a telephone, not through a text or an IM or a DM or a PM or a GM or anything else. You had to pick up the phone and call. And if they didn't have an answering machine, a separate machine that was connected to their phone that would record their answers, not something that was online, a separate machine with a cassette tape you had to record messages in. If you didn't have that, you might never be able to get a hold of that person. And you don't know if they're just not answering because they think it's you. If they're not home, you don't know what's going on. And man, this song captures the heartache and the heartbreak of living with the telephone line better than any other song ever. And for that, it's number 5. Number 4, Mission, a world record. This might have my favorite single sequence of music that ELO has ever performed. It is about, I don't know, you have the intro, then you have another melodic hook, then you have another melodic hook, and then it goes into this boom, bam, boom, not as extreme funk as that, but it goes into this little like psych funk section that kind of swings and grooves, and it is just, I don't know, one of the most perfect 30 seconds of music this band has ever done. And it's just like boom, 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 boom. Not as extreme as that. It's a lot more like just rocking on like some waves and all, but oh, such a great song. And where it comes on this album, it's also these last, Living Thing, Do Ya, Telephone Line, this song and the next one are all on a New World Record. Fantastic album. But it's just such a neat little song, neat little melodies, a little more of a somber ballad type piece with this beautiful piece of like proggy psych funk in the middle for like, it's so good, so good. Number 3, the opening song off a New World Record, which starts off with this great orchestral flourish. We're building up energy. It's like the opening of a movie. Then we drop into one hook, and then we have another hook, and then we have another hook, and then we finally get maybe a fourth hook. I think there's like 5 hooks by the time we go from verse all the way to chorus. It is just ridiculous. It is one of those songs. I will listen to a New World Record over and over again when I'm in that mood, because I want to hear Tightrope again. And then after Tightrope is Telephone Line. Then after Telephone Line is Rock Aria, which I'm pretty sure is responsible for Traveling Wilburys' End of the Line. Then after that, you have Mission World Record. Then you have So Fine, which somehow didn't even make this list. I mean, that album is ridiculous. And Tightrope kicks it off in such fine fashion. Last 2 songs are both on Out of the Blue. We have Sweet Talking Woman, that awesome violin intro. Meow, 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 do, 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 do. Just that up and like kind of step up into the song, and then we drop into the song, and energy is good, and it's bouncy, and the chorus is awesome, and the violin work is great, and everything is absolutely perfect. It is a perfect pop song. Sweet Talking Woman, and then the build back up into the song. Oh my goodness. Jeff Lynne is a genius, people. And then the last one, my favorite song by them. My wife and I put it as the first song on our wedding CD when we got married way back when. My hair is growing back. All my kindergarten class cuts my hair at the end of the year to raise money for the San Antonio Food Bank. It's growing back, and it's at this weird, awkward, it's like baby phase right now. Don't really like it. But I got to let it grow back, because June 1st of next year, they're going to cut it all off again. But anyways, my number 1 song, Mr. Blue Sky. Just a mini little epic. So many awesome parts in this. The beginning, the piano part, that little part. Very Beatlesque, but in a very, very good way. The awesome little weird proggy section with like the vocals. Hey, one of the best headphone songs. Oh, that's another thing. This is one of the best headphone bands ever. If you got good headphones, I can think of very few bands that utilize this space as well as they utilize the space, especially in something like Mr. Blue Sky. The vocals in there, like Mr. Blue Sky, and there's one part where it's like, Mr. Blue Sky. There's a weird little part, and you can hear like they're like leveled, and they're on, beautiful, beautiful headphone experience. But anyways, by far my number 1, Mr. Blue Sky. But yeah, those are the 10 that are my favorite right there. I had to leave off a lot of really, really good ones because this band is super ridiculous. But it's like every time I listen to them, I feel like I got to go see the dentist and have like 6 new cavities, because this stuff is sweet, and it is perfect, and it is delicious. So yeah, let me know what your 10 are. Let me know which ones I miss. I know which ones I miss. I know what they are. But, make me feel bad about them. But yeah, a fantastic band, man. And I'm going out there and saying Jeff Lynne is a genius. Like, his pop writing craftsmanship is par none. Like, there's probably, each of these songs has 3 to 5 melodic hooks that other bands have never written a hook this good in their entire career. And he's got dozens and dozens of them. Yeah, excellent. Love him. That's it. That's all I got. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, share, go listen to music. Let me know what your 10 favorite songs are, and go listen to ELO, people, and just make your day a better day, because that's the way Jeff Lynne makes me feel, and ELO makes me feel. They make me feel like a happier man. All right, peace. Talk to you later.